Hi, boys and girls. In social studies, we are learning now that people have wants and needs, and in order to fulfill those wants and needs, we have to have a way to pay for them. We're going to learn about jobs and how we earn money. One of the most important things that you can learn is how to count money, how to know what money is. You know, for a long time, people have been trading services and goods. Now, services are a job. And it might be that, you know, many, many years ago, someone maybe trained horses. And they said, hey, I'll train your horses if you'll give me some of the corn that you grew. Because I really like corn, but I don't have time to grow it, but I can train your horse. And they might say, oh, deal, you train my horse and I'll get corn from you. And then later on, people started using forms of money. You know, back in some of the earlier days, they might have traded beads or different kinds of rocks and things as money. And in America, we have our own money now. Now, just because we have this kind of money doesn't mean that it's the same kind of money in other countries. As a matter of fact, if you ever see money from a country like China or Canada, it's not the same as it is here. I can't remember which book. Was it one of the Jack and the Beanstalks where they talked about a farthing and a sixpence? Those are different types of money. But here in America, our coins that we will learn this week are the penny, nickel, dime, and quarter. We're going to start today with the penny. And I've got a little book I'd like to read to you. And it's called Pennies. These are pennies. Pennies are made of copper and zinc. So pennies are that color brown. You don't see that color as often. The other coins that we're going to talk about this week are a different color. Abraham Lincoln is on the front of the penny. He was the 16th president of the United States of America. The Lincoln Memorial Building is on the back of the penny. You remember that if you looked closely, you could see Lincoln inside of the memorial. His statue, anyway. The Lincoln Memorial is a statue in Washington, D.C. It was built to honor Abraham Lincoln. Now, I do want to tell you that not all pennies have the Lincoln Memorial on the back. As a matter of fact, there are pennies that show Abraham Lincoln during different times of his life. There are pennies that have this shield on the back of them. If you have a piggy bank with pennies in it, take a look to see what kinds of backs are on your pennies. I noticed the other day that quarters have some new backs. I was sort of excited because I'd never seen them before. So even though Abe Lincoln is on the front, the coins do get changed now and then. So take a look. Pennies are made by the United States Mint. The United States Mint is a part of the government. So there are two places in the United States where they make money. One is Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and one is Denver, Colorado. Those two places are the mint. If you look at a penny, it will tell you if it was made in Denver because it'll have a little D on the front. And if it was made in Philadelphia, it'll have a P for Philadelphia. The United States Mint makes a lot of pennies every year. Look at all of those pennies. How many do you think are in that? I'm guessing a bunch. A penny is worth 1 cent. It takes 100 pennies to make a dollar. So 100 cents is actually $1. Many people save their pennies. Some people put their pennies in a bank. If you save your pennies, you can buy many things. Now, I want to go ahead today and I want to use some of the things that are in your math packet to learn about pennies. The first thing, you do have a math penny poster, and I've cut the pieces out. There is an extra penny here, but we're not going to use that. So this poster has the front of a penny. There it is. I'm going to put that on my poster first. Ooh, it's hard to get off. And I'm using black paper, but you can use whatever you have. Then I have the back of the penny. And it's 1 cent. That C with a line through it stands for cent. I'm gonna actually overlap this a little bit so it'll fit. You might cut it a little bit, cut it down a little bit. And then it says penny. Now I want to show you a couple of things that you'll see on a penny. The first thing on the front is Abraham Lincoln. And do you see 2011? That is 2011. That's the year this penny was made. The D underneath tells me that this penny was minted in Denver, which is in Colorado. The penny says, "In God we trust and liberty." On the back, you have United States of America, ONE, 1 cent. Here's the Lincoln Memorial, and it says E pluribus unum. That's another language that means out of many, one. And the reason they say that is because the United States had people from all over the world, many different cultures, many different colors, many different cultures, many different religions. We all came together and we made one country. So that's one of the things that America believes in and is kind of the basis of who we are. And so it's even on the money, E pluribus unum, out of many, one. One country, many different people. So this is my penny poster. I want you guys to color these brown, and I want you to do something with yours. You can put them on plain paper. You can, maybe if mom and dad say it's okay, you can put it on a wall, whatever works for you. Now, I also have a song, and this song helps me to remember the penny. And I'm going to go ahead and put this on pretty paper too, because we're going to use it over the next few days, and I want to have mine. Now, you do not have to put yours on pretty paper, but I just like to have it there. Then it's nice and sturdy. And here's how the penny song goes. Are you ready? It's kind of like a rap. Penny, penny, easily spent, copper brown and worth 1 cent. You got it? Penny, penny, easily spent, copper brown and worth 1 cent. So that is your poem. So now we've got 2 things that can help us remember the penny. How much is a penny worth? 1 cent. If I have 1 penny, I have 1 cent. If I have 2 pennies, I have 2 cents. Now in your packet, there is a page with a whole bunch of pennies. Color these pennies brown and cut them out. I'm going to show you how I'm going to make a wallet for mine. I like to have my pennies in a wallet, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to fold it up. But I'm not folding it all the way, because if I fold it all the way, then I won't have a flap. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fold it up about like that, right? And I'm going to slide my fingers across, and it kind of looks like an envelope. Then I'm going to take my glue. Oh, my glue is running out. I'm going to run glue down this side. Try to get a little bit more out of this one. And up this side. And I don't want to go all the way to the top. I just want to go to here and here. Okay? And then I'm going to give it a good chance to dry. Okay? I might have to add a little more. But it should make like a pocket. Like that. Okay? Don't do anything else until you've had a chance to dry. In the meantime, you should be cutting out your pennies. Now I have quite a few of mine cut out, so I'm going to go ahead and put them down in my wallet. See, I've got my pennies. So I'm going to slide them down in my wallet, and then I'm going to flip this part over. That's going to be the close to my wallet. Now, I realize that this is not going to be great, so if you have a paper clip you can put on to keep your money in there, that's even better. So here's my little wallet. If I go shopping, I take this with me, right? So I want you to make your own. You might even have a toy wallet you can play with, put your pennies in, but make sure that you color your pennies brown and cut them out. In your math packet today, you have clock matchups to practice with. Be sure that you do that. And then you have wallets, and they all have pennies in them. And then you have the cent sign. So how many do I have in this wallet? I have 1, 2, 3 pennies. 3 pennies makes 3 cents, right? Because a penny is only 1 cent. Then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 cents. Count the pennies and write how many you have. Now, there is one more thing. I'm going to have another video today. In your packet, you have some little price tags. Go ahead and cut those tags out. Then come back and watch the next video.